Well, good morning, everybody. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. Just wanted to let you all know that I'm going to do a little tour in the garden. I shouldn't say little because the garden is quite big, but I'm going to do a tour and I'm going to take you along with me this morning. But before I do so, I want to do a little bit of tidying up of one of my largest orchids, dendrobian orchids that we have in the garden. And it's needing a lot of my care. And like I said before, I would show you guys the ugly, the bad, and the good, and the beautiful. So here we are with the ugly and a bad, really bad. But I'm going to show you how it looks before and when I'm done, putting it back together so you can see the potential and the things that you can do to make your garden look good even when it looks impossible. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see this particular dendrobian. I've had it for many, many years, at least 8 years. I've had it, and I'm going to give it a little more life again. So I'm going to clean it up and make it look beautiful again. I'll turn the camera around so you can see, guys. So this is my dendrobian I'm talking about. It's quite tall. It's about the height of myself. I'm 5'2", and so it's pretty tall. So just giving you an idea how big it is. It's in my orange planter, and it's all over. It's had a rough time while I was not able to keep up. And so now, because it has a lot of stakes and stuff, but they all just rotten away. So I'm going to restake it, trim it up, and give it a nice look again. So I don't want to keep you all on this video too long watching me put this together, but I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay guys, I'm exhausted. It's so hot. It is very hot here in the Cayman Islands. I'm trying to see on my watch the how hot it is here. Let me see, 84 degrees, and it's humid. So I am going to start in the garden, front yard, um, desert garden, and we'll move our way to the backyard and see how far we get. Hopefully this video, I always say not too long, but it may be long today. Um, you know, it might be a lot to see amongst all the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the amazing, all those lovely things when you come in the garden. Sometimes we get surprised. I do get surprised all the time when I come in the garden. So let me turn the camera around and then you guys can see how the garden is looking. And we're slowly getting a few odds and bobs in the garden put back together now that I'm back on my feet. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you all for your prayers during my time was down. I was telling my husband, he didn't really realize it either. I was actually down for 6 months, guys, from November. I was down and out and not able to do much in the garden. So you can imagine the amount of work that's left to be done to get everything back the way I had everything looking so pristine and, in order. So me looking around in my garden, I'm seeing so much to be done, but baby steps and we'll get there again. So I'm going to take you along on this journey. And those of you that are joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm Susan and this is my channel. And sometimes my husband's on this channel. He doesn't like to be in the video that much, but I do try to include him sometimes. Now he's in the back and he's doing some trimming on the orchids because we need to get the orchids looking good again. They're looking really bad, sadly to say, because those are our babies. But it is what it is. Life's it does life. It's life in at times, and we just have to accept that we can only do so much, yeah, with what we have going on sometimes in our lives, and we just have to understand and know that we can only do so much. So that's the lesson learned for those of us that uh, may not have come to grips with that, but I have. And I just make do with what I have and just you know, get back on my feet and work with what I have. All right, let me turn the camera around and show you guys what's happening in the garden. Okay, so the camera is getting a bit hot, so I'm gonna show you as much as I can and probably have to take breaks in between. But I had cut back, those of you that have not been watching before, and if you're new to my channel, I did a hard prune on all of my desert roses, and they're now coming back with some new leaves, new growth, and they're flushing out really beautiful. There's more, that one, and this is my yucca. It's not in bloom yet, but it has the most beautiful white flowers when it does. And these are our two palms that we have in the front. And I plan to plant that plant in that pot. I think that would look beautiful there. I haven't decided what I'm putting back into that one. This, unfortunately, is on its way out. I may have to replace that. My cactus, I need to probably look about getting her, you know, straightened. But she was blooming the other day. As you can see, there was one of the buds there with flowers, and it's dying off. But yeah, I need to freshen up my fairy garden. I need to really freshen that up. And then this is another one. As you can see, this was one I cut back hard, and she's putting a whole lot of flowers now, and it's looking really nice. Got these as well that are coming out good. I didn't trim that one, but I did this one. I have that one there, and it used to be a desert rose. It died. I think I'm going to put something else in that pot, hence why I haven't moved the pot. It's another cactus. Got more there. Another yucca plant. Desert roses. They're all of these were cut back hard, and they're coming out really nice. This is my Jamaica Ponciana. Flushed out really beautiful. She was actually putting out her flowers, and she seems like she's doing it again. You can see that sort of a pink flowering. It comes out on all the tips of these. This is my other really big desert rose. And there, a friend of mine gave me this log, and I just put it in the back there because I just like to see logs, you know, amongst my theme. I like logs and tree stumps and stuff like that. I like to have different unique things in the garden. A lot of these bromeliads, I do need to work on this garden. I hope you're seeing it because I'm not seeing it that well with the brightness of the sunlight, but I do need to, you know, fix this area up. I've got a lot of new stuff that I want to plant in there. And these two aren't doing too well, but I plan to see if I can rescue this one. She seems to be rotting out in here, and I'm not happy about that. And she's also got some softness here and here because the glue didn't really dry before it rained. So I'm planning to cut it back and sort that out. And this one as well, she's trying. So she's putting out a little bit here now, as you can see, and some leaves are coming out here. So I think she's going to be okay. She just took a while. But this one has come back nicely. And all the other ones so far has come back really nice. I sound out of breath because it's, like I said, guys, it's so hot. It's hot, and the humidity, it just takes the wind out of you. But I got some stuff I want to show you, so I just thought I would come out and not wait until the evenings, because in the evenings then we have mosquitoes. So this is one of the desert roses that are blooming right here. I do need to pot this out as well. And I was cleaning up, forgive my mess. I was cleaning out that area. But yep. And These are also coming back nicely. It's beautiful, isn't it? Really, really pretty. So they're putting out their blooms, a lot of blooms. And we had a lot of our plants sprayed because we noticed that we were getting some um, uh, thrips and mealybugs and all sorts of stuff in the garden, because that usually comes with the summertime. So we had our garden sprayed twice already to try and combat all those things. A friend of ours gave us these triangular palms, and we just rested here. Let me just slip it out the way a little bit. Sorry, guys. So you can see desert roses here. My yellow one is on its way out now, but this was my yellow desert rose. Whew, it is so hot, guys. Wow. So these are some sago palms. Friend gave me as well, and I'm growing them. I've got one more bulb. She gave them to me in bulbs, but they're actually one left, and I'm hoping it does open. And then my mom gave me a couple of these ornament pineapple plants, and I plan to plant these in here as well. I'm holding these two for a friend to pick up, and a friend of mine gave me those as well, and I want to put those in this garden. I thought they were so beautiful. I love them. And then we're going to put this desert rose into this pot eventually. I want to put a cactus in this, and I haven't done it yet. It's in our backyard, but I'll show you that. Hopefully we'll get to the back there. And then these are our Queen of the Night cactus that blooms. Need to come and trim all the dead leaves. This is one of our side entrance pots. I planted both of them the same way, but unfortunately they wanted to do their own thing. And I think it has to do with the way in which they get the different type of shade and sun throughout the day. Even though they're at the entrance, they get different sort of treatment with the sun and shade. Unfortunately, this one is in the sun practically all day, and when I was doing it, I wasn't thinking on those lines. So this one looks a lot more lush and beautiful because it gets some sun and it gets some shade, whereas this one, as you can see, if I come closer, you can see that the plant did not do too well in the back there. Those that was in that one, there was a chicken and she was laying eggs and she just destroyed it over there. But those ferns and foxtail, the asparagus fern and the foxtail did well over there. Unfortunately, it didn't do so well over here because the chicken also came in this one and messed it up. But anyway, it is what it is, guys. And, it's nature. It's nature. So this is the other section. I keep saying I'm going to put on my fountains so you guys can see them. But one of these days I will be more prepared. But this is a fountain, and I so want you guys to see it. It is so tranquil in the garden when it's on, and when I walk through the garden, all the other fountains that I have, which I do have fountains in every corner of my garden, and it's really tranquil and really, really nice. So just giving you a little scape of the front that we just walked through, because we did more of a close-up just now. For those of you that are joining for the first time, this is what the desert garden looks like in the front. Okay, so we're going into the orchid cattleya area of my garden. and it's a total mess, but it is what it is. And we are, like I said, in the process of hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because it's going to take more than one day to get this all done. It's going to take us quite a while to get it all sorted out, but I want to show you what's blooming and what's happening. So this is one of our yellow blooming ones, and they are so gorgeous and fragrant. When this orchid puts out its smell in the garden, which is, it's pretty much gone now, but early morning you come out here, and when this plant was well attended to, it was lush and covered, and it used to just fragrate out. You see the length of my Cattleya courtyard? Well, I could smell it past the center out there. It was so strong and sweet. My husband doesn't like it when it's like that because he says it's too strong. I love it because I think it's amazing that one orchid is so powerful to do that, and I find that amazing. I don't have the tag. I would tell you guys what it is. I'll try and see if I can find it in my log of my name of Cattleyas. I'll see if I can find it and I'll post it to the end. So you guys, if those of you are interested and want to put this in your garden as well, that love orchids. For those of you that don't know, this is Mama Bear of the Jamaica Fire orchid, and this is one of my oldest flowering orchid in the garden. Again, I've had this one at least 8 years, and she has given me a lot of babies, guys. I've had to take her out, free her up, and she's getting there again. And I created a new sibling, and this is one of them. She's almost as big as her mama bear. And I have a lot more in the garden. I have like 3 more. I can show you one far down the end there. We're going to go to it right off there. That's another one. You see how big that is. And then we have one in the crevice of a tree, and also by our seating area in the back. But in case I forget to show you, I just wanted to let you know that we have so many off of Mama Bear. This beautiful, beautiful specimen here. Really gorgeous. Okay, so we don't have anything else blooming in this area that I can share with you at this moment, other than this is our Cayman Brack orchid, one of the Cayman Islands. So we have, those of you that don't know, we have Little Cayman, we have Cayman Brack, and we have Grand Cayman. Those are the 3 islands of the Cayman Islands. And so Grand Cayman is where I am. I am in the biggest island of the 3, and we are known as, most people would say, like we're the big city of all 3, and that's where most of our business and the capital of everything is. So this is how it looks close up, and that is one of our native orchids here in the Cayman Islands. And then we have this gorgeous Encyclia. This also has a really nice fragrance. And it still smells really nice. Still smells so good this morning. Yeah, we don't have anything else that's blooming here. I just have a dendrobium my sister-in-law gave me. I'm going to show that to you guys in a minute. It is about to give up on me now, but it was in bloom at least a week. It's not ready to come off yet, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I had posted on my Instagram page, guys, if you want to visit there as well. I do some videos as well, little clips on my Instagram page, and I've shown you like different projects and stuff that I've done in the yard, and you can see the before and after, and you can appreciate, you know, the type of stuff and creativity that I do and pull this garden together. Both my husband, myself have put a lot of work into this garden, guys, and I guess that's why we're so passionate about it, you know. And it breaks my heart when I see things the way they are now, but what to do? Like I said, we just have to roll up our sleeves and try and get it back in order as soon as possible. But this is a dendrobium. I don't normally keep these in here, but because it was fairly new, I wanted it to acclimate and not be too much in too much of a bright light, and so I kept it in here. So it's now adapted, and so I'm going to find a home amongst the other dendrobiums shortly. This is the other Jamaica rainfire here that was showing you earlier, and it's just beautiful. This is a little seating area that we have here, and this is where my fountain, little area here, and I have some more orchids hanging here as well. Now we're entering into the backyard, and you can see we have a pool area there, and they have some cool stuff around there as well. I want to show you, especially an orchid that she's loaded with spikes for flowers. Let me show you these before I move on. It's another dendrobium, and this one is very much like the Jamaica rainfire, but it puts out beautiful, beautiful pink flowers. A lot of them have already fallen off, and I need to come and trim. Yeah, this is the dendrobium area now that we have. Most of our dendrobiums in this area, and we have a few phals on our trees. It's not many that's in bloom, but we have one phal here. It's a beautiful pink with a white throat. My camera's getting hot, guys, so if I may have to cut it short and then come back on. But yes, I'm showing you what we have. And when I started this video, I was showing you guys how I had to stop, trim this up. That's it now, guys. It's all sorted. I've staked it, cut off quite a lot. I'll show you some that I cut off. I'm going to actually try and catch pieces of it, and possibly let my orchid lovers know that I have some, and either give some away or sell some, however works out. But that's what I plan to do with those. And these are my little ducklings. I like those because it looks cute in this area. I had started planting up some dendrobiums around here and around there, but a lot of them didn't do too well because, again, I was down for 6 months. So my husband, he did as much as he could. It's a huge garden, guys, and one person, it's just impossible for one person to do it all. And he did the best, and I appreciate him so, so much for keeping up with everything in the garden as much as he could and keeping things watered. But now that both of us are back and able to do more, we'll keep doing more, and eventually things will look beautiful again. So these are some. This is another one that's in bloom, and I can't reach that far, so I'm going to zoom in, guys, so you can see it as best as I can. Hopefully you can appreciate the way it looks. Again, the sun is very bright and I can't see much, but I'm doing my best for you guys to see. And it's all the way, it's sticking out all the way over there as well. So it's really doing great right there. And getting some shade here. Hopefully the camera will cool down a bit. We have, this is another Cayman Brack orchid I have right here, but it's on its way out. I've started to hang some orchids on the mango tree here. And then we have quite a lot of our dendrobiums hanging here. Now there's one particular dendrobium that was in bloom this week, and I'm going to do an insert right here. This was it. I'll do a insert either right after here or at the end of this video to show you how gorgeous that was. And again, I do have it posted on my Instagram page if you want to visit there. It's the same name as this channel, and I welcome you to visit and follow me as well on there. This is when it was in bloom, and I had to share it with you guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the stump. It's got a rabbit in there that was in this pot last year when we had a hurricane time, and it fell, broke, and unfortunately was not, I hurt my knee, injured my knee, and wasn't able to tackle that. So that is something I have planned to address in the backyard. This area is in shambles. I used to have a launch seating in here, but it was getting old and it was falling apart, and so we removed it, and we just have a temporary little bench that we can sit here if we need to. And I've just been fixing up some pots. I've got this one, and I have another one like this that I want to put another um, orchid like this one in there. This is a yellow bird, but I want to put a different type that's similar, that can handle sun, maybe an encyclia or something, and just balance it off in here. But we have all of these stepping stones, but we have this coconut tree here, and it dropped coconuts, so I really can't put anything, around here. And I was hoping I could do like every two, stones, and just put plants all the way around and just have like a little seating in the center. But I'm still brainstorming what I want to do for this area, so that's why it's kind of just thrown together. Of course, these blue ones are like the entrance, so those are going to stay there. So it's like an entrance here, and you can appreciate, there's potential here, and I just have to mastermind how I want to really, set this area up. So that's that. Oh, these are the pieces that I got off of the dendrobium that I just sorted out. That was a complete mess and staked. That was over there in the orange pot. That these are a lot of the pieces that I got off. So I'm gonna cut these off, fix them up. I'm gonna try and see if I could probably do 2 or 3 bunches and pot them, and either give them away to friends or sell. However, I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna tend to those. This one is spiking. It puts out orange. You can see right here it's starting to put out orange small flowers. Again, she's not looking the very best, but she's coming back together. I had transplanted her and she did not like it at all, but she's coming back now. Okay, just to give you a glimpse of this, where we are coming from. This is my center area here. I need to plant up. I need to freshen up down there. We just rooted up some stuff that died in there, some plants. I had my blue days in there, and I had to root it all up because it was gone. It just did not survive. So that's some more planting there, some more plants I can purchase and put in there. But for now, this is what it looks like. And my succulents are looking beautiful in here. They're looking really, really nice in here. And then all I have down here is foxtail. So yeah, this is pretty much, this is Mary Magdalene, baby Jesus, and succulents all around. Okay, so let's head on through this way. No other blooms are happening here with the orchids at the moment, except we have on this tree here, on this palm, you can see I have some phals that aren't looking so great, but they'll come back. And we have camelback orchid here again, and they are spiking. So they're spiking and they've got flowers. I'm going to try and zoom in so you can see them, but I have to step back. I hope you can see them. Yep, you can see them there. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see they're blooming right there. And also on this side. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's just that mist in between the Jamaica rain tree. It's beautiful. Now we have this humongous spike. Look at this, guys. It is so long. This is at least 6 feet. And it's sticking out in the area, but I'm leaving it because it has one or two little buds here. They may just put out, and it's still fresh and green. So I don't like to cut my stalks of blooms on my orchids until they're completely dried. And they've got a lot more coming out. So we got more spikes here, more getting ready to open. But that's from this orchid here. So we got beautiful exorias that are on this tree, flowering. Really, really nice. I love it. Love, 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 love it. These are the white, and this is the large exorias. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me see if you can probably see better view on this side. Yeah, you can see a better view on this side. You can see how gorgeous it is. It's really nice. And I forgot to show you guys in the front yard, in the driveway, all of the orchids that are blooming on the palms. I'll see if I can take you there before I finish this video and show that to you. This is the other, let me go around the other way so you guys can see it better. We've got spikes all over the place, guys, with orchids. These are more spikes happening here on this one. Lots of spikes. And let's take you around this way. Beautiful. I don't know the name of this plant, but it's so gorgeous. It actually looks like a puff of cotton ball. So I'm wondering if it's named something cotton ball. But it's so pretty, and it just blooms every year like this, and it's so gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. Okay. These aren't in bloom right now, but we've got this one over here. These are my husband's, all of his vandas that are in here. And these are some of the dendrobians that are in bloom. They're actually on their way out. Ooh, I can see a bird pitched on this, but that's how it was, guys. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Sometimes the birds create damage in the garden, but what to do? They're also enjoying them. This is an unusual color. It's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Amazing. We got another spike going on here. But these are just absolutely gorgeous. They never fail. These are the most promising dendrobians we've had in our garden. They're so beautiful every time. They're a showcase. What I wanted to show you was the dendrobian creviced, another Jamaica fire creviced in the mango tree. That's that one there. So it's also blooming in this mango tree here. As you can see, the yard, the leaves are dropping like crazy in the garden. I have seedlings caught. Some are doing really well in there. And we have Hoyas hanging around here. I'm going to take you there so you can see. I don't think there's much in bloom, but we have this one that's getting ready to open again. We had one that was blooming, but it fell off. It was on this one. It fell off, but we have some more coming up on this Hoya compacta, which I call a rope Hoya. This one, she had a bit of, she was not doing so well the other day. I had to spray her down. So she's slowly coming back together. And she's starting to give us some little buds here and there. So hopefully she will bounce back nicely. You can see some buds coming on. This one had a lot on the other day. And there it is. Again, I put a lot of my shorts and stuff as well. If you want to check my shorts out, my YouTube shorts, and you'll see where I post a lot of things when they're in bloom as well. This one's blooming. Beautiful. These aren't doing anything right now. And then these are clippings that I had caught from trimming the desert roses. So there are a few that have come out with the leaves. I thought I would show that to you. So there are quite a few that are coming out, and they're coming with little leaves. So they're doing good, guys. Some are not, some are. So I'm really pleased with what's happening in the garden. Okay, here we are now in the very backyard. This is what we call an orchard garden. And we are still in the midst of working on a few changes in the backyard. Those of you who've been following knows what we have done thus far. And what we have done was we have ordered a lot of those Vigo beds, which are those right there. And we've planted out a lot of our fruit trees in there because we've experienced some unforeseen stuff last year with the hurricane that we had. We had a bit of settling of water, and we had to root up all of our fruit trees and mastermind a different way to help them to survive. So I'll take you over there in a minute. But for now, I just want to show you, these are my gramitifolium orchids. This one is going to be a beautiful red one whenever it spikes. It hasn't spiked for me as yet, and I'm hoping it'll do something this year. This is my yellow one, which is the crimson, I think it's called. It's like almost like a lime green, yellowy color. Really nice. That has blown, as you can see. It's got a old spike here that I need to cut off, but it's putting out a lot of new stalks. So I'm hoping for some success there. These are my sunvandas, and I do think I need to cut back some of this because sunvandas do love the sun, and we need to work on finishing up this area as well, which it's a lot of work. I've been looking to try and find some more of these because I like these cagers a lot better than the wire type that I've used in the past. And so once I can get some more of these, I'll be able to redo this area exactly how I want to do it. This is another gramitifolium that I have, and it's putting out its flowers. One spike this time. Last year it gave us, I think it was 4 or 5 spikes, and it was absolutely beautiful. Again, I post a lot of stuff on my Instagram page that are blooming. You can check it out there as well to see it in more blooms. And it's a huge one. It's so big, we've actually put it on a chair, which is another thing that I absolutely love. I love that. Okay, so this is another aerial view of the backyard for those of you that are new to my channel. You can see I call this area the roundabout because we made it like a circle, and it branches off into different areas of the garden in the back. So this way we'll take you into another curved area of our orchids, and this area will take you to the pool. This area will take you back to where we are coming from the Dendrobium area. You'll branch off. We just came all the way around there. We walked around and came out here. So this is another entrance or exit to go that direction. And of course, it'll take you into the backyard here. So I just want to show you briefly around the pool, and then we'll finish up in the backyard here with this video. We have lots more to see. I may just extend the video just to do a full complete tour, but I know, because I know it's been a long time we haven't done one. And I know a lot of you are probably curious to see what's going on with the rest of the yard. So I may just extend it, and I hope you guys don't mind the long video this time. All right, so this is another area that I recently planted up, and it's really growing lush and gorgeous. That's one of the newest fountains I have in the garden. I got it because I love the uniqueness of it. It's very antique looking, but I like stuff like that as well in my garden. I don't like everything to look modern and new. I like some ornate and unique, eclectic style in my garden. So this is a beautiful angel. I just sat her there. And then I have the flamingo in the background there. And then this is the entranceway to the pool side. Now, we have a few things here around the pool that's really, really nice. And we have some orchids and stuff I want to show you as well. These are our new swans that we just put in our backyard around the pool here. I planted them up with these gorgeous blooming flowers. And we have another one on this side. And then we have, if you look back this way, this is how it looks if you're entering into the backyard. And then we have here scaped with some statutories, desert rose. And then let me take you this way. So this is the other encyclia that I was telling you guys is covered in spikes. Look at this, guys. I'm hoping you're able to see this, and I'm going to try my best to just move around. Hopefully you'll get the gist of how much this has on there. It is so much. Look at that. I'm hoping you guys are seeing this. Tons and tons of spike. This is going to be fabulous. This is going to be amazing when it's opened. And again, I will definitely do a video, and it'll more likely be on Instagram, but I'll try and capture this again in another video so you guys can see it. Also got this lovely lily bowl here, and I've got my fish in the center, and then we have all of these wonderful foliage and plants around here. We have dendrobiums on this, and I'm planning on putting some moss on there and let it grow so that it can help keep the roots moist, but I haven't gotten around to it. And I do need to replace this because the this is actually rotten in a way, as you can see. It's now on its last leg. So I do need to take this and replace it with something nice and redo this section here. But this is where some of our orchids are, and it's got a huge spike going on right here now with this encyclia again. It blooms yellow. It's another statue right here. And I usually put some orchids and stuff in here, and I'm planning to do that again. May just put some dendrobiums there this time. I used to put the little small, can't remember their names now, but I used to put little small orchids there, but they all died. And this is this is a firecracker plant, and also crown of thorn. It's a crown of thorn. These are the firecracker plant. It's huge. It has grown a lot, guys. And then above that, you can see there is a huge spiking of orchids. I'm going to take you closer in to see And these are the ones that are blooming in our driveway right now. And they are, I'm going to turn away from the sun so you can appreciate it. Yep, these are what's all over in the garden, especially in the driveway, and nearly all of them that are on our Christmas palms are spiking, and it's just beautiful. Look at that. It's spiking all the way up there, all the way up there. So we have a lot of these on our palms at the moment, and they're spiking as well as over there on that one, as you can see. And then we also have some on this one that's spiking as well. So we have on this other side of the pool area, we have the seating area here, and we have this beautiful tree that it was part of the I think it was a part of the Jamaica rain tree that we had cut at one point, and I just reused it into this pot and just was creative with it, put some orchids on it, and this is some of the orchids that are in bloom. It's just beautiful. I want to take out these encyclias, but I haven't as yet, and they're spiking right now. They are spiking away. We've got some blood lilies that are coming up in here. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, we have quite a few blood lilies coming up in here. We have some water lilies in here. These are the lettuce type, and I call them the rose lilies because they resemble the roses. We've got some air plants. I've mounted it onto this logwood. And we have some more dendrobians that I potted up in here and also put onto some. I try not to throw away whenever we trim our trees and stuff, and the limbs and stuff look creative and nice. I just use them in the garden. I just reuse things like this because it just really gives the garden really great character, and it really does display the orchids and stuff beautifully. Got a beautiful one in the back here. I'm trying to see how I can show this to you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. That's one. Oops, that's one that's blossoming at the moment, flowering at the moment. And then we have a lot more spikes going on with those on the tree as well. So there's a lot of activities with the orchids at the moment. It's just that they're not all in bloom. Okay, so that's pretty much it for around the pool area. Let me take you into the back here. Okay, so this area doesn't have a lot going on, but I can take you in here just briefly. It's a beautiful Exoria type. I'm not sure the name of this one, but this one is very fragrant, guys. It's a family to the Exorias, and it smells amazing. This is another plant in the garden that just fragrance out the backyard, and it smells beautiful. Got 4 of them scattered in the garden, and it just makes the world of a difference when you come out in the morning and you smell wonderful fragrance coming from your plants. It's really, really nice. Another little seating area here. We have some water lilies there. I think these are called the hyacinth water lilies. And then we've got some spikes going on here with this one. I'll try and reach this one. It's going bad, but I can probably open it so you can see. I'm hoping you're seeing that, but it's a beautiful one as well. And they're going bad now, but we got a new one coming up there. But that's another one I have just tucked in that beautiful pot. It's usually straighter than that, but I need to sort that out. And we have all of these, a mixture of different types of orchids here, guys. I have sunvandas, I have cattleyas, dendrobians, all mixed in this area. Again, this area needs a good treatment, need a good cleanup and some attention. But this is pretty much the curved orchid area that we have. And it leads back out to this area here, which goes back around the pool again. And then this is another one of our, this is a Jamaica fire here again. It looks a little more orangey here because I guess it gets more sun. So it has a little more orangey look. And then this is our seating area over here. And then this is another small courtyard that we have in here. There's not much going on in there, but I'll walk back through here and show you. But this is a little center area here that leads towards the seating area. And then we have this area that we just fixed up. Was in our last video, I believe it was. And so we just reorganized this area and it's still looking really nice, guys. We have sunvandas in the back there. It's a complete mess. That's another area I need to put my focus on and get that fixed back up. I need to trim here, plant around here again. All the plants that was there are all gone. Same thing with that one. So there is quite a bit of work to be done in the garden, guys. And I do want to take this pot and replace that one. But because she's getting ready to bud and stuff, I'm going to wait until that's all done. And then I'll transplant them and give it a fresh look. Okay, so that's this area. I'm just going to go in here and show you guys briefly what in here looks like. And I can probably just show you the ladder is there because my husband, he's more likely going to get me some coconuts today. He told me yesterday, oh, I could sure have some coconuts. But these are still young. I think we probably only have maybe one or two on here. I don't know, because the other ones are still young. I don't know, those might be able to cut. We'll see. But they're still young. And this, he's got some, what you guys may call in the United States, lemongrass. We call it fever grass here in the Cayman Islands. But we usually plant up a lot of our vegetable stuff in here. Peppers and herbs and stuff is what we usually plant up in this. Over here, we usually plant up our tomato trees. If you can see, those are the tomato, can't remember what you call it, but they hold up the tomatoes so that they don't limp, and they hold up straight when they're bearing their tomatoes. But we haven't gotten around to doing any of our vegetable gardens yet because we're just basically trying to upkeep and get things back with all the plants and stuff in the garden. And so we decided to just focus on that and not stress about getting the vegetables garden done as yet. We want to finish up the backyard, and once all that stuff is done, then we'll focus on getting our vegetable gardens and vegetable beds, which we had two there, and we're going to remove possibly both, but we're thinking that we may only move that one and keep this one, but we'll see what happens. We may just put one of the taller Vega beds here and grow vegetables there. You know, as time go by and we get older, you know, the back gets a little, you know, fragile is the word. Oh, those of you that are my age know what I'm talking about. We think like 25-year-olds, but our body tells us differently. Anyway, guys, this is the area of the backyard, and this is where we call our fruit tree orchard. And we have a flat ground type of stepping stone design here. and we just hang it around here sometimes underneath this breadfruit tree. It's got breadfruits on it. So we have a few fruit trees that are fruiting, and we're so excited, guys, that we're going to get some fruit this year. So we got some breadfruits, as you can see. And if I tell you the history with this breadfruit tree, if you notice in there, you'll see that big stump. Well, 2 years ago, we had a bad storm and it left us a Category 1 hurricane. We didn't expect it to leave us that way, and this breadfruit tree fell and we thought we had lost it. Then I said to my husband, no, let's leave it. Maybe it will put up a new, shoot or something. And he's like, no, let's root it up. And I said, no, let's leave it. Anyway, he listened and he said, all right, we'll see. And so here we are today. We have we have yet again another breadfruit tree. So we give God thanks for this breadfruit tree, and it's going to feed many, not just us, but friends and family. We share all of our breadfruits with. They're absolutely delicious. Those of you that don't know anything about a breadfruit, one of my favorites. You can roast it, you can boil it. It is delicious. You can actually bake it as well. Sometimes I bake it and I put bacon in the center of it and put some butter. Wrap it in foil, put it in the oven. Mwah! Delicious, guys. Really delicious. All right, so let me show you over here. We have mango trees. This one is what we call East Indian. And we got some baby East Indians. Love, love, love this mango. This is one of the, in Jamaica, the Cayman Islands. We are like, this is like one of the top mangoes everybody will crave for. It's a hairy mango, but it's absolutely delicious. Sweet, 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 sweet. And I've never come across a sour one before. So there you go. Hence why a lot of people love it. Those that don't like hairy mangoes will more likely like this one. This one is called the Julie. I almost lost the name of it there. Julie. And everybody loves a Julie mango as well, because the hair in it is not hairy. It's a very fine hair. So it's almost like a smooth mango. And so a lot of people love, love, love it. So it has a little different shape. These are very small. Let's see if I can find you. We've got about I think two or three in bags, because the chickens and the birds are already going at these mangoes, guys. And they're picking at them, and they will just pick and pick and pick and destroy the mangoes before we can even get to eat them. We have one bagged. It's kind of far. Okay, I see one that's closer. Let me go back around here, guys. I'm trying to share this with you so you can see. These are full size. Here we are. These are full size. So that's my hand, and that's a full size Julie. But we've had to bag it like this. So these are fruit bags. So it airs out, and so it will not suffocate the mango, and the mango will still have a chance to ripen on the tree, and the birds really don't trouble it because it's too much hassle to go at it that way. So the minute that they get a good size, we try to put the bag around it. Or if we see that they're starting to pick at it when it's too early, like how these are really low down, if they start to gut them, we'll just put a bag around it. So that's basically what we're doing with these. It's putting up tons more blossoms, and it's got a lot of mangoes on there already. Okay, we also have what we call our mulberry tree. And before I go into the details of all of these, I want to give you a view. Those of you that are new to my channel, these are all the Vigo beds, and this is what we did with this area. All these Vigo beds are fruit trees. So that's what we did. And these are also fruit trees. And we're putting over there our citrus lime trees, Myers lemon, and also our pink lime. We have them in pots around the yard, but we're going to plant them out eventually in there. So that was our last bit that we need to do with what we have. And so I'm going to take you around, guys, and just show you what each of these are and those that are blooming really quickly. So we have some mulberries, and these are, hope you can see that because I can't. Hope you're able to see those little things that look like hairy little things. Those are actually fruit. It's quite a glare now. I can't show you one, but one, oh, here is one. Yes, there they are. That's one. So they're red now, but they're not really ready yet until they turn purple. When they turn purple, oh my gosh. You could just stand under this tree and eat it. It is, my husband comes out in his great joy. He just stands up and just pops it in his mouth. I don't think there's ever been one that come in the house. He's like, love, love, love them. So we can't wait until that tree gets bigger and give us far more fruit. This one is called the custard apple. And we've got some little blossoms on, and we're hoping that they'll hold. And when they come out like this, they turn into fruit. Those of you that don't know, but those little things, these little things right here, that's what turns into the fruit. And oh no, that's not one. I thought that was one there. I was going to show you one, but it's not. But I have another one. It's a different type, but it's called, we call them sweet sop. And I'll show you what they look like. It's actually formed into fruit. These are, we've got two of these. So these are called our Fiji longan. And this one's got some baby fruits on there. And we're hoping they hold, and we're hoping we get some fruit. This will be the first time it has fruited for us. We're excited about that. This is a jackfruit tree here. This one here is a, what's the name of this mango again? Diamond. This one is a diamond mango tree. And this one, I keep forgetting the name. Mangosteen. This is a mangosteen. And this one here is called, I keep forgetting the name, so let me just check it. This one is called the turkey fig, brown turkey fig, which is this plant right here. It's a turkey fig. This one is a pear tree, and it's the Russell one. This is another one of those. It's a purple custard apple. This one is a kneesberry that we're holding for my daughter. I'll show you what the kneesberries look like on the mother tree, which is over there. And then this is the other mango tree that we have. This one is a namdok. And this one over here is another one of the purple. We love these, so we got quite a few. My husband really loves these, so he got 3 of them in the garden. And he's hoping they're purple. He just said in the background, he's hoping they're purple. We're told they're purple, so we're trusting that that's the case. This is a jacaranda flowering tree. It belongs in the front yard, but I haven't got a chance to plant it out. This is a jasmine flowering plant. And we have a lot of foxtail plants that we will be selling. We have a sugar cane here, coconut trees, as you can see, lining up the border. We have some different types of sucker trees here. Plantain, particularly, not necessarily banana, but we have plantain. Different types of plantain in here. We also have, oh, I'm not sure if we have any more apple banana, but we used to have that. We have the Hawaiian plantain. What are the kinds, hon? Vanilla banana. Yeah. So those are a few that I remember that we have planted up in here. And what else can I show you? Okay, this is the Neesberry. We picked 3 off of it yesterday. And this is, they get a lot larger, but this is what they look like. This is my hand, and this is the size they are already. And these are a special type that is called Gigantea, and there are quite a few in the tree. But what I love about, they tend to hide themselves. You have to like go and look for them. So the birds, when they pitch on here, they go and they're searching just like how we search. They're searching. Sometimes they're exposed and you can see them, but the leaves does hide them quite a bit. Then last, with my flowers here, about 2 videos ago, I think I did a video of me planting these up. They are beautiful gardenias. I always wanted these beautiful white gardenias, and then I planted some pentas around them. I did say I was going to do purple, but guys, because the red is very close to the pink, I couldn't get any more pink. I decided to do red instead so that it blends a lot nicer. I thought purple would have probably been a little off. So that's what I did, and they're looking really good, guys. All right, now I think I'm going to do this area, and we have one more area to do, and it's, like I said, extremely hot. Whew. Extremely hot. So I'm trying to keep the camera cool as well, but we'll see. Okay, so this is another one of, this is what we call it. Okay guys, my camera went dead on me, so I had to let it cool a bit. Like I said, it's extremely hot, so I'm gonna attempt again to finish up this video so you guys can see. So we have these June plums. This is our miniature June plum tree here. And this one is the one I was telling you about is called Sweet Sop. And we've got 2 sweet sops on it. So you can see the little bud that comes out. Step back a bit so you can see a little bud that come out. But then it drops and it creates this fruit here. So this is what the sweet sop looks like. We have 2 on there. We have a little one right here as well. You can see there. And that's the tree. And then we've got some coleus growing up around it. And then this is a beautiful, beautiful Cassandra that's in flower. A friend gave me again. All right, so let me take you guys around the side, the last garden that we have. Let's give you a little view of this area. We have some plants here, some firecracker. That one is a light bulb. And we have some lions. The lioness and the lion. And then we have a bird bath in the center there. And this is this view from here. I've had my coconuts when I took a break. My husband cut the coconut for me. And so I took a little break there. All right, let me take you around to the last garden that we have on our property. And that's the garden that I call the tropical garden. We can go many different ways to get to that from the backyard. But I decided to go through this way and to show you guys. This is where we were before. Let me extend my camera a little bit. And this is the gate that takes you through there. It locks off the backyard. So this is our tropical garden here. I'm going to close this back. And just turn you around a little bit so you can see. That's where we just came through. And we have this entranceway like this to go to the backyard on this side. And then this is just the scope of our tropical garden. on the side, other side of our house. And I'm just going to walk you through and show you. So this is my butterfly bush. Beautiful flowers that comes out on it. Really pretty. And this we have quite a few bromeliads along the side here. This is one of our firecrackers. This is a one of my lantern hibiscus, but it's not flowering at the moment. I think there's one other one down at the other end. And this is a pentas, and it's looking really bad now. It's need a little fixing up. We have a lot of our areca palm. I have a Mickey Mouse plant that's there. It doesn't have the flower on it, but it's called that because of how the flower looks. We have, I have a cacti type plant there, and we have a lot of the Eureka palms growing there. We need to cut that away. But that's one of my purple grass type plant that I have there. This is the center aisle, and I have the fountain and everything inside here. It's another hibiscus. And then here we have this one that's blooming. Gorgeous bromeliad. Absolutely beautiful. That's my hand. Beautiful. And we have, that's the miniature Exoria. This is, I think, the princess. I can't remember her name now. I need to tag it to remember the name. But I need to fix it on here so it grows. It always puts out a gorgeous, I know you guys may recognize it. You can post it up so others will remember the name. But I'm starting to tag a lot of my plants because I'm forgetting the name of my plants. It's just too many to remember. That's another Exoria. It's looking really bad, but we need to get it out of that pot. It's suffering, and that's my fault. I need to get it into either in the ground or into a bigger pot. This is a ginger plant, and it's going to put out a beautiful flower. It's a bulb type plant, so it dies down whenever it finishes flowering, but it's getting ready to flower. It's putting out its foliage first, and then it will flower. And then these are so beautiful, guys. I so love, even though the flower is so small and dainty, it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And so I keep saying in my videos, I'm going to trim this back, show off the body of the plant, and make it into a tree form. I just have not gotten around to it. But it looks really bushy, and it tends to hide my fountain and my statue here. But once I sort that out, it's going to look beautiful. And I don't have my fountain on at the moment, but it's beautiful. This plant here, we have, it blooms beautiful flowers, but right now it's not blooming. Some more of my bromeliads. And the sun is getting to this. It doesn't like the sun, so the sun is really burning the leaves here. It's getting really hot now, guys. Like I said, it's hot, hot, hot. But I'm doing my best to capture the entire garden tour, which I haven't done in a long time. I've repotted a few plants. I've managed to do that, so they're trying to catch back up. They're trying to bounce back. I need to trim these up. We'll give them a hard trim. So guys, you can see I am showing you a wide view of the tropical garden. And then we have these flowers. I forgot to show you these. These are really pretty too. These are also in here. They're beautiful. And then we have, that's this plant, and it's just growing in the midst of everything. And we also have this other one here. I just love the flowers on it. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful pink, really cute. And it just having it in the midst of this foliage is beautiful. We have this one again as well. This one is like a gardenia. The flowers that comes out is so sweet. But I love the foliage, the way that the leaves look. Really nice. I'll take you over here. I have to cut this back really hard, guys. I'm going to come and do that because it's hiding my statue. Either that or I'm going to elevate her a lot taller, but I do want this to be shorter, so I'm going to have to cut that back sooner or later. Just cut it short. And I wanted to show you guys this plant here. I don't remember its name, but this puts out the most gorgeous flowers, and they've already dropped. But this one and this one, they're both the same, and they are just amazing when they flower. So beautiful. This area is like a maze because everything has grown up in here, and I just need to tackle this area. But you can see everything is still growing lush, even though it's not neat. It looks like it's a jungle at the moment, but it's healthy and just waiting for me to come in and give it some pruning. So these are some of the flowers that are blooming here. Listen to the chime. And then we come through here, and then we have the parrots. This is the other part of the front yard. We have the parrot's beak. As you can see, these are the flowers that comes from it. And it's got quite a few on there. You can't see them that well because the leaves are pretty much the same color, but it's got tons and tons of flowers on there. Very unique plant. It's actually a bush, but I'm training it into a plant, into a tree form, sorry, tree form. So that's that. And that's my other statue there, but that plant, we're gonna have to do some watering. It's so hot right now, so we plan to come out this evening and water all the plants, because it's not good to water the plants when it's extremely hot like this. It will burn the roots and burn the plant. So we try to wait until it's cooler. And for us, we find, I'll show you the entrance here before I say what I'm going to say. Those are my bromeliads. Aren't they gorgeous? This is the entrance from the front side of my tropical garden. It's quite a beautiful view. And then this area, eventually I'm going to redo this area. This is where we unload a lot of our stuff when we're working in the yard for now. And then once we're finished with the backyard, we plan to make this area like a parking area, so that when we have our guests, they can come in the yard and park instead of parking on the outside of the property. So that is my long-term plan for there. But yes, so I was saying, when we come into the garden here, it is just absolutely beautiful. And hold on one second, I need to fix this. I've been meaning to fix this. I actually designed this because I had that fountain and it just kept not working well. And so I had two of these hanging baskets, wire ones, and I put two together and created that ball figure, and put a steel in the middle where the fountain water used to come up, and to steady that on there, and just created a actual structure in the garden. So just an idea to show you guys that you can take two things and make something different and unique in your garden. And that's another one of my statues. That's what I call the Shy Girl. And what I did was I bought the statue, and I've got 2 stepping stones, different sizes, to create the platform. And I bought a bird bath, and so the birds drink and everything. I know it looks nasty now, need cleaning out. All that will get done. But that's what I have here. Some beautiful pots. And then I created this little centerpiece here, a little seating area. And I designed this as well, and all of this. I created these as well. These are 2 different pots to create the stand and to plant the foxtail fern in there. And that bottom base is actually a column base. The top is a stepping stone, like a logwood stepping stone. And I actually had the people that made it put a hole in the center of both, so that I can actually move the centerpiece from here, and I can actually put an umbrella and create a shaded area for this if I do want to. I want to hang out here with some friends. So yeah, I thought things through, and I was creating this side garden the way that I did. But as you can see, guys, this is the end of this tour. Yes, guys, so this is the end, and I just want to say thank you all so much for bearing with me, and I'm so glad I'm able to bring you the whole garden tour, and I hope you enjoyed it. Well, you all take care, have a wonderful time, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.